Let's vlog every day, April. Woo! Kyle. Oh, hi, Draven. Guess who I have?
Hi.
Why do you have my best friend with you? I think that your review on the Doctor Who 11th Hour was sufficient enough to be a video.
So it was not sufficient enough to be anything. I want to give an in-depth review for
That's why we're here.
all the really cool fans.
Oh. Okay. Then let's get started. Hey, Christina's here to talk with me about the 11th Hour, Doctor Who, because I didn't really go in depth with a lot of creepy stuff that went on in that video and a lot of cool stuff that went on in this video. So, go ahead, Christina, with some of the things you would like to point out that you were favorite in the episode that you would like to talk about.
Besides the fact that it was awesome, and Matt Smith seriously sold me within the first 5 minutes of the show. I had never seen an intro for a Doctor that action-packed, that fantastic.
I have to say, I really like Amelia and the way they've set her up. And
they've set her up unlike any of the other companions in the new series. Whereas Rose, you got to meet her mom in the first episode. You pretty much knew everything about her. I mean, the first episode was called Rose.
Right.
And then Martha, of course, you find out about her entire family, and Donna, her entire family. But Donna was actually developed a little bit more.
Right.
And Amy, we just know she's got an aunt. What's happened to her? Her parents aren't around. What happened to them?
Right.
Why is she where she's at right now? We all know why she bit those 4 psychiatrists, so.
She's a kissogram. That's my favorite thing. She's like, I'm not actually a police officer. I'm a kissogram.
I dabble. That was the best line of hers. But what I really like about Amy is her and the Doctor have a chemistry together that I hadn't seen in a very long time. Since probably Susan and Hartnell, the first Doctor, or Sarah Jane and the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker. I mean, it's just, companions are a wonderful thing, but it's, it takes a certain kind of companion to make a true, chemical balance with a Doctor in the actual series.
True. And I like in that episode, the villain, I think I liked how creepy that villain was. And it's the corner of your eye.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
One thing I've always loved about Moffat's style is there's always those things that kind of always psychologically creep you out, like blink and you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Count the shadows. Some of his best works in the RTD era were, a bit more of a thriller. You were actually kind of, looking around counting shadows and, not blinking at the television set until the commercials came on.
Right.
I mean,
I definitely did. I tried hard not to blink during those episodes.
That's just his style of writing, and it's a really good style. It's really going to work for the new series because he's throwing it back to the old series. So I think a lot of the older fans are going to be happier now. I mean, the outside of it looks like it did whenever it first came out. The inside of it
looks amazing.
I'm going to quote the Doctor on this one. Oh, you sexy thing. The TARDIS looks amazing on the inside.
I love the new TARDIS. I hope that we get to see the rooms, because I remember, I was catching up on the first season. Of Doctor Who, the original first season, you got to see, the kitchen area where they made food, and it came in a little bar, and you ate it, and they were surprised it tastes like mashed potatoes and all that. And I really long for more TARDIS interaction, because a lot of it, they did do a lot of interaction in the TARDIS in some of the older, Hartnell's, I remember they did a lot of, and then they did outside a majority also. But I really hope we can see TARDIS inside.
I think we probably will, because Moffat's writing style is closer to the old series. And we're going from one thing that hopefully he's going to continue it. He's taking it out of London taking it out of Cardiff, taking it out of all these big cities, and sticking them back into little villages like they used to. Because, I mean, you know, a lot of the older episodes were set in just little villages in England. You know, one of the better ones that I remember was one of Tom Baker, and they're fighting this giant robot. And Unit's with him, of course.
Right.
And he's riding in the back of a jeep. He's got a bucket of something. And they're just riding through the streets of this little village where the robotic alien thing is attacking, and Unit's trying to help.
Right.
But, I mean, it's just really good to see it refreshed, making it look good, because RTD, he brought it back, but did it in a really strange way. I've never been too keen on RTD. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now, Internet. You heard me say it. I do not like Russell T Davies. He did good to bring the series back, but I'm a Moffat fan at heart. And Moffat we trust, as Radio Free Scarro says. If you guys just got free advertising, Radio Free Scarro, go listen to it.
Yeah. Scarro.
It's Doctor Who podcast, 3 Who rule.
I love it.
No Perryman's been on there a lot from Tachyon TV. I'm plugging you guys too.
As a matter of fact, I will put a link in the sidebar to Radio Free Scarro if you care to go check them out about their podcast.
And I'll convince him to do one for Tachyon TV because they are coming back. They are coming back as an actual video pod instead of just a
and as
radio.
You know, the new YouTube layout, the link will be below this time. Yeah, you should see the new layout. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're running it long. We're going to say our final thoughts on how we think the series is going to go. Christina, how do you feel?
I wasn't finished.